Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing great. So here we are again for a new video on updates. As always, on books, on webinars, on online courses, and so on. And as you know, always nonfiction books and webinars that have to do with astrology, Jungian, post-jungian psychology, mythology, alchemy, and more. And yeah, my name is Sophia. I'm a professional archetypal astrologer living in France. So let's go. So let's start with this book by Pallas Augustine. This is a book, as you can see, about the IC and astrology of coming home. The IC, it's one of the four angles in the chart, in the astrological chart. The IC is at the bottom. It's our roots, our foundations. And Pallas wrote this book. I think she started with a Kickstarter back in 2022. And now you are able to buy her book directly from her, and you can only have it available from this website. Of course, I will leave the link below. This is the second edition, and you can find it also in an ebook version. If you are outside the United States, it might be a good option. It is for me. So I think, this might be a book that you might be interested in because there are not a lot of books about the angles, and even less about one of those specifically. As you can see, this is, as she says here, the project started in 2018. This is a little book on the IC, is part method, part manifesto, and features client case stories from the IC sign, journeys of home, land, magic, ancestry, gender, family, astrology, queerness, disability, estrangement, displacement, justice, grief, and so many more deep facets of being alive in this broken, open world. So if this is something that calls you, you can go to our website and buy this book. Here she is, Pallas. Then I would like to tell you about Chiron LeGrice, his three books. I think it's three at the moment, although I can see that there are going to have, this is a series of four. So this is the first volume, The Way of the Archetypes, Volume 1, Universal Principles and Individuation. So this is a defining contribution to the fields of archetypal astrology and depth psychology. The Way of the Archetypes is Chiron LeGrice's extensive 4-volume study of the place of archetypes, universal principles, and powers in our lives. So this is the first volume. Then you have the second one, which is about Saturn and Neptune. And then you have the third one, which is about Pluto and Uranus. And I find this very interesting to have several books. And as you can see there, they are very consequent about only those archetypes and specifically about those. So this might be a good idea and a good moment to start with these books if archetypal astrology is something that speaks to you, that you want to know more about, and especially the second volume about Saturn and Neptune, because we are about to have, we are already in orb of that conjunction that is going to happen next year, but Saturn and Neptune are already in orb in a conjunction, although Saturn is still in Pisces and Neptune is already in Aries. Saturn will go into Aries next month in May. So they will not be very far away from each other. So this book might give you a lot more information on it if you want to explore it from the archetypal astrology perspective. And it says, drawing on a wealth of examples from psychology, philosophy, film, music, poetry, sports, and cultural history. In this second volume of The Way of the Archetypes, Legrais explores the forms of expression of the astrological archetypes, Saturn and Neptune, moving from the Saturnian reality of death, time, maturation, judgment, and hard-earned wisdom to the Neptunian realm of idealism, imagination, fantasy, and spirituality. His analysis illuminates the array of themes and purposes associated with these principles in relation to the other planetary archetypes, and explains their significance for furthering psychological growth and spiritual transformation on the way of individuation. So this is lovely. The next one is a book that is not yet, that has not yet been released. It will be released on December 2nd. And this is it still doesn't have a cover yet. This is a book from Aniela Jaffé. As you know, she was the person who interviewed and has written the book Memories, Dreams, Reflections by Carl Jung. And this book that is going to be released at the end of the year brings a little bit more of what was in that interview that they had together. This is, as you can see, the complete interviews that served as the basis for Jung's best-selling memoir, Memories, Dreams, Reflections, features a significant amount of material withheld from the original book. This is a lot more material of what was in the original book. So we'll have a lot more things to ponder upon. This is marking the 150th anniversary of Jung's birth. So yeah, I think this might be something that will maybe bring a lot more information, something that we didn't know yet, maybe even about Jung, who knows. So the book will be released by the end of the year, and it's by Princeton University Press. Then I wanted to show you this book, which is a volume number 10 of the collected works of Marie-Louise von Franz, The Problem of the Puer Aeternus, Eternal Youth and Creative Spirit. So this book resembles, here we have it on the table of contents, part 1, The Little Prince, then part 2, A Practical Study, part 3, The Kingdom Without Space. This powerful, newly translated edition of Marie-Louise von Franz's groundbreaking work, The Problem of the Puer Aeternus, delves into the enduring impact of the eternal youth archetype, as relevant today as when von Franz delivered the original lectures upon which the book was based. This work confronts society's ongoing struggle with maturity, urging us to release the sack of illusions we carry from childhood into adulthood. So this book might be of interest to you. Next, we have the conferences, online courses, or webinars. So here are the ones that I chose for you this week. This is a conference that is going to happen in London from Friday the 2nd to Sunday 4th of May. This is an in-person conference, but that is also going to be online. So you have the speakers here: Lynn Bell, Darby Costello, Leon McCafferty. As you can see, a wonderful array of speakers. And Let me check to come and see if we have more information on it. So the Mayo School conference will be held in May, and this year we will be hybrid. We continue with our online conference via Zoom, and we'll return to also holding our conference in London. So the theme is our relationship with the cosmos. A big subject and a wonderful one. So this is the cost, £175. So if this is of interest to you, go to the link that I will leave below, the Mayo School of Astrology. So I thought that you might be interested in, some of you might be interested in medical astrology. So I found this online mini course that is given in 3 parts by naturopath and medical astrologer Sutherland. You will find all the information in this description. I think this is a good course to start to delve more into medical astrology. Yeah, this might be of interest to you. And I think we have the, yes, it's 90 Australian dollars. So yes, if medical astrology is something that you want to know and learn more about, I highly recommend you the work of Sutherland. So here's another online event. This is from the Jungian online community. This is from EGAP. And the subject of this seminar is the psychology of money. It will be held on April 25. And of course, by Zoom, and the cost is £30. I thought that this might be of interest to some of you. Money is highly symbolic. To talk about money can be unacceptable, even more so than sex, religion, or politics. And Guggenbury Craig refers to the relationship with money as the white sheet against which our unconscious self can be reflected. So using the myth of King Midas and the golden touch, the presenter will explore the ways in which we encounter the money complex in analysis in both the client and the therapist, such as family attitudes to money, feelings of poverty or wealth, the issue of fees and payment. So this might be a good webinar if you want to learn more about this subjects. The recommended reading, the Midas complex, how money drives us crazy and what can we do about it. Then we have another online via Zoom webinar course. So this is about the individuation and the self. It is by the Cambridge Jungian Circle. The self, in its profound essence, is the guide within. Just as a river effortlessly flows toward the sea, the self beckons us to embrace the natural course of our own becoming. In this plenary, Johan van Eenvik, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, provides some clues how we can recognize the presence and role of the self in our life. So this is on April 26 via Zoom. All the details and the cost goes from £0 to £12.50. It depends if you are a member, non-member, student, retired. So if this is something of interest to you, you have it here. And then to finish this video, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about an artist that is at the start, well, maybe not an artist from the beginning. Her work has been now published and exhibited maybe as an artist, but she is most of all and first of all a naturopath. And she was born in Switzerland in 1892. She died in 1963. Her name is Emma Kunz. She made this wonderful type of drawings that she used for her patients or clients. And I made a post on her on my Substack, talking a little bit about her astrology and about her work, the connection between those, as you can see here. And if you want to know a little bit more about her birth chart and connections with her work, you can go to my website and you will have a lot more information on Emma Kunz. This is a series of posts that I do on my Substack, an artwork or an artist and the astrology of it. So if this is something of interest to you, you can go to my website. I will have the link below, and you'll know more about the work of Emma Kunz and the timing of her birth, how important it was for all of us, because she was born during the, as you can see here, she was born during the Neptune-Pluto conjunction, and her sun was next to it. And this Neptune-Pluto conjunction only happens every 500 years or so. So yeah, it was one of the most important aspects of the end of the 19th and beginning of the 20th century. And she was born during that time. So thank you so much. And I hope some of the events, books I told you about today are of interest to you. If they are, please leave me a comment or a like, and I will see you again next week. Bye.